Alright, make sure that this... Okay, so yes, it is reading my voice. Let me know if this is too quiet. I'm not using my regular mic today. I have this headset with a mic that I'm going to be using because I do not feel like relocating my microphone again. Um, yeah, let me know if this is too quiet. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, as you can see in the thumbnail, today we're going to be doing a Transformers Furai model. Now, I don't think I've done any work on one of these on stream before. So far, I've only done Optimus and, well, the original Optimus, and I still have a little bit of ways to go on their drift. Excuse me. But so these are the Furai model Transformers kits by Flame Toys, and there's basically they're Gun Plus style model kits based on, well, Transformers. Not up to the same standard of quality as Bandai's kits, but I enjoy them quite a bit. Hoping to pick up Starscream and Shattered Glass Drift soon. But for now, I've got Windblade here, who at the time of recording is the most... I think is the most recent. I think she's the most recent release. I know there's a Bug Bite that came out too, because when I picked her up in the store, they also had just gotten Bug Bite in. Probably will pick up Bumblebee, but not Bug Bite. I'm not a fan of how... I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of the way the Transformers Bug Bite looks. Not really a fan of the way the original GoBots Bug Bite looks either, but I don't know. So this kit has a bit of an interesting story because Twitter got real upset with Flame Toys over something in the original design. I think it had to do with the pelvis. You can draw your own conclusions. Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it, and in fact, most people did. It's really just Twitter that was upset with it. Either way, I think this looks really good. The wings do look a little dinky, I'm gonna admit. I mean, take a look at the pack. Take a look at the instruction manual. Though those things are tiny. Yeah. But I mean, it could be worse. It could be a later movie. It could look like a later movie design where they just stopped caring about where the kibble went and whether or not the robot looked like it could actually turn into something. But I digress. Let's go ahead and start building her. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to get through this in the amount of time I have to stream. Alright. This feels yeah, this feels either smaller or thinner than Drift's and Optimus's instructions. I don't have them. Obviously, I don't have them here to compare them. And I'm not going to go and fetch them for that. Huh. Very intricate. This is going to be fun. Alright, so let's see. There's our clear parts. And I like how they go ahead and paint the clear parts for you. That's really convenient. And we've got ooh. Ugh. That is some ugly that is some ugly ugly gold plastic. Uh huh. Well dang. Now I'm thinking that I might I'm thinking I might want to just go ahead and paint these gold and wait for it to dry to start putting these on. Ugh. Hmm. Yeah, I should probably do that. Okay, then. Huh. Yeah, I will be back momentarily with some gold paint. I will get this painted up, and we'll have to wait for it to dry, obviously. So uh, I will have another kit to build in the meantime. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I need whether or not I need to prime this in order for it to adhere and look good. Go ahead and grab some sandpaper, roughen it up a bit. And use a finer grit to smooth it out. We'll try it on our actually, no, we don't try it on that. We'll try it on the runner first. just a droplet of that. Is that going to adhere well? Alright, that ought to be fine. Yeah, already looks much better. So I'm going to go ahead and sand all these down and then get them painted. So this is going to be a bit difficult to do that on. Alright. Alright. Just set that down there. So how about Kenobi, huh? It's been a bit of a disappointment. In fact, not even a bit of a disappointment. It's but just straight up been a disappointment. Like you've got the you've got the base elements to tell a good story there. Um, but like the execution, especially, ah, like you can tell that they didn't do all their they didn't do all the research they needed to make it fit into the lore. Yeah, especially with that encounter uh, in episode 3 of it between Kenobi and Vader. God, that is that's just wrong on so many levels. Probably can't see what I'm doing here. Yeah, fortunately, I can always go back to the preview artwork we have from Tales of the Jedi to wash my brain of Kenobi. Dooku in that artwork just looks impeccable. Like that is exactly how a young Dooku would look. Just got some gold paint on my hands. Not fun. And these are about to pop off. Okay then. Oh, I can work with that. It's not the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Just remembered, my new camera should be arriving sometime today. Hopefully. Provided that it has not encountered any confusion and or delay. This one will actually be able to tether to my computer so I can record directly from it, which is especially important for stop motion because I spent $10 on Stop Motion Studio, but haven't been able to use it. Hence why my previous stop motions have been not great. That's why they've been so wonky and inconsistent in their lighting. Because I didn't have a way to keep them consistent. No, what am I doing? This paint's congealing a little bit. I can still work with that. This one might be ready to come off the runner prematurely. Yeah, I'm gonna just had to cut that off. Man, half an hour and I haven't even started putting it together. My fault for picking a kit that I should have known would have terrible gold plastic. Not a statement about the quality, by the way. Gold plastic syndrome has pretty much been eradicated in modern uh, plastics. Talking about the color. Yeah. This probably doesn't show up the greatest on that camera, but there is a pretty clear dichotomy between the painted gold and the that. Set that down to dry. I will be back after. Hold on. Check on this. See if I need to touch it up. Nope, that should be good. So I will be back. I'm gonna wash these off, make sure that they're good. down. Probably not on the sandpaper, of course. Shoot, gonna have to redo that. That's better. All right. So I need to get her face, which is on the A plate. And then part of her helmet is on the E plates. Which are these? Okay, these are the E's. There's her face. Ah, pre-painted with her geisha markings. That is mighty convenient. Now, I just love the fact that in the 21st century, in the 2010s, we get a new Transformers character who is just straight up a geisha. Something out of Japanese culture, and they're not embarrassed by it. I'm very, very glad to see that. There's probably someone out there bitching about it on Twitter. Hell, maybe there would be a lot more people doing that if it was anything other than something Japanese. Because half of everyone on Twitter is also a weeb. Okay, I guess is there only one E plate? C, I can't tell what that is. That is, okay, that's F. Okay, so there is only one E plate, but they call it E2. Hi there, Keldeo Studies. How are you doing today? Okay, 5 and 9. Got that, and... Alright. So that goes on the side of her face like... do I have that angled correctly? Yes, I do. There we go. Alright. That's one cheek on. This Windblade kit is known for one of the wings being fragile. Okay. Alright, well, thank you for informing me. I will keep that in mind. Honestly, though, I am not surprised considering that this is Flame Toys. Yeah, the Optimus Prime, I know for a fact, has some loose joints that I still need to rectify. Alright. And so, which way do the eyes go? Alright, and we've got a face now. Alright. And E2 14. There it is. Alright, and then I need D1 and D3. Oh, thank you. I really think that my Energon downshift came out really well for only being my second custom. I actually have been working on a stop motion. Well, in terms of working on it, I've written 5 drafts of the script, and most of them barely got past episode 1. This one's turning out to be pretty good, though. It's a stop-motion series in the vein of Transformers Ascension and War of the Matrix, if you've seen either of those. Honestly, what Transformers fan on YouTube hasn't? And yeah, I plan to use some of my customs in that. Deadlock for sure will be in it. I'm also and that Optimus Prime that I made using Combiner Wars Hotspot. I also plan on incorporating Ratbat, and I've got a Slipstream, an Elita 1, and a Hosehead that I'm getting ready to work on. Hosehead is definitely gonna be the next custom I do, or at least finish. Planning on getting a 3D printer in the next couple of weeks. Probably an Elegoo Mars, and I put these in the wrong way. Probably gonna get an Elegoo Mars 3 and then use that to make some special parts for my customs. It'll be a lot cheaper than going through Shapeways for everything. Consider making a Cybertron downshift. Honestly, not. Unless Hashtag makes a really, really good figure that'll work as that I can make into a good Cybertron downshift. Heck, Hasbro might actually surprise me and just remake that figure in Legacy. But considering that so far we've only had 2 Transformers Cybertron figures revealed so far, I'm not gonna get my hopes up that they're going to remake remake some nobody who didn't even appear in Cybertron. Because the only 2 figures in Legacy that we've seen so far that are based on designs from Transformers Cybertron are Override and Metroplex. And so we might get an evac to. Hopefully, we'll get Cybertron evac if they're going to focus on making the convoys. And then hopefully a Cybertron Scourge with that. Maybe we'll get some other Cybertron characters if we're lucky. But I doubt that they're going to make a new Cybertron Downshift in Legacy, or even a figure that I could repaint into Cybertron Downshift. For now, I'll be happy to just get an original if I can find one for a decent price. That version of Downshift, I do like it and I want to get one, but it's not high on the collection priority now. Oh. Prime Wheeljack made into Downshift. And a Studio Series Bumblebee. Okay. Yeah, okay, those are interesting concepts. See, my thing with making customs is I need a figure that I need a figure that I can feel that character coming from. So with Titan's Mind Wipe, I could feel Ratbat energy coming out of that. The energy exuded by Senator Ratbat as a senator exuding from that. And Combiner Wars Hotspot, that was just begging to be made into a RID or Unicron Trilogy style Prime. Some figures I might consider for custom, but they just don't work. In fact, a couple of days ago, I got Transformers Prime Rumble. The head's broken. The ball joint socket for the head has broken, so I'm gonna have to get a new head for it, and I plan on making it into a custom of someone. But I'm not really feeling a particular character coming from it. Runabout and Runamuck, I could see in it thanks to Transformers Broken Mirror. But I've already got both Runabout and Runamuck from Earthrise, so not really feeling. Speaking of which, the Ratbat custom is very unique. I like it. Thank you. Yeah, Ratbat was a fun one to make. Only issue is the paint is coming off of the bat wings, and it's very sticky, and I'm not a fan. Once I get my 3D printer, definitely making some replacement wings that aren't gonna be so disgustingly sticky. Yeah. Any custom, I definitely need to be able to imagine that figure as the character. You have no idea how many figures I rejected to make Elita 1 out of. And I'm still not really that happy with what I chose. But you'll see when I finally make a video on her. Which I need to actually start on her in order to do. But in order to start on her, I need to get a 3D printer and design some new parts. It's going to cancel a BotCon rat trip out of A rat trap out of Rumble. Okay, okay. Huh. Hmm. That might work. Oh, what the... how did this brush get so... This brush was not like this the last time I... Okay, camera's not going to focus on that. Ah, shoot. Really hate this camcorder. Cannot wait to... Cannot wait to get my new camera in. Nah, I can touch this up later. And I'll probably just trash this brush. This is not going to be fun. Oh yeah, that Alita 1 from Legacy is definitely being retooled into Minerva, because that is straight up based on the design from the Minerva design from frickin' Wreckers, Treads, and Circuits, which I'm not a fan of. It just doesn't work for me. Like, the entire front of the car becomes a backpack rather than the size of the car becoming her arms. Like on the original. And I'm not a now, I've stated before that I'm not a fan of being a slave to the originals, but if you're trying to... it's weird. They're clearly not adhering to the same rule of strict cartoon accuracy like the War for Cybertron trilogy. But they're also not... They also don't seem to be dedicated to the idea of reinventing old character designs like with regular Genery, like with the Thrilling 30 toys and all those. So I'm gonna stick with my custom ideas for Alita 1 and Minerva. Minerva because I just like Super God Master Force. In spite of its terrible, terrible title. Plus I spent like $150 on Legends EX God Ginrai, which came with Minerva and Cab Headmasters. The Cab I'm using to make Hosehead, obviously, and Minerva probably going to use a Prime Viacon to make her. As for Alita 1, I would rather her stand on like equal footing with Optimus, because like they're kind of the ultimate power couple, ain't they're kind of the ultimate power couple in terms of Transformers. They're like Superman and Wonder Woman. Yes, I just said that. I do indeed believe that Wonder Woman and Superman make a better couple than Superman and Lois Lane. But I digress. Okay, so... Okay, F9 and F10. Step 1. Oh, hold on. G3, 2. Very tiny parts here. I think the only figures I'm picking up in Legacy Wave 2 are gonna be Tarantulas and Giaxus. I've I've already got a custom Wild Rider that combines with my Combiner Wars Stunticons. Uh, and I still need to make a video on that. That'll probably be the first. Well, actually, I think I'll leave it up to a vote as to the next custom showcase. Uh, yeah, I'll probably make a poll for that. Okay. But I'm not really a fan of how uh, the Legacy Stunticons are going to turn out. They look pretty fantastic. Uh, they look pretty good. But I'm not a fan of this idea. I'm not a fan of the way that they're going to do Menasor by just having the Stunticons split apart and be placed on a skeleton. That's not a combiner. Yes, that's how he looked. Yes, that's how Menasor looked in the original cartoon, but the original cartoon was animated with a budget of exactly $5 in Monopoly money. Of course, they're not gonna make it as intricate as something like frickin' Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. I will be happy to stick with my Combiner Wars Stunticons, and I'm pretty disappointed that you can't actually use your Combiner Wars Stunticons. The ports for the legs are shaped the same, but there's none for the arms, and they're actually too small to fit the Combiner Wars ports. So, yeah. Anyway. And finished custom of 2007 Windblade. Oh yeah, Motormaster's definitely out of a lot of people's price ranges. He looks fantastic though, and I'm glad that they didn't try to. I'm honestly glad that he's only the cab and not the trailer. Yeah, if you try to compress the entire trailer into a single robot and still have it be in scale, uh, that's just not gonna work. All right, so this is the F plate. I need the E plate. Where did I put the E plate? That's the E plate. All right, and I need E12 and 13. Ooh, there's a Generation Selects idea. Yeah, Hasbro. Thunderclash from Legacy Motormaster. Get on it. Alright, so these go on. Yeah, these go on like so, I think. There we go. I'm surprised that Hauler is being released as a Walmart exclusive in Velocitron rather than being a Gen Selects release. That's very surprising to me because I mean Override obviously because she's actually from Velocitron. And you've got people who grew up with Cybertron who are uh, going to be coming back to uh, look for these figures. And then you've got IDW Blur. Doesn't look the greatest, but hey, Blur's from Velocitron in some continuities. And the Turbo Masters out of the other Stunticons. Hey, maybe. Heck, now that we've got Star Saber coming, maybe we'll get the other Brain Masters. All right, and so how does this go in there? Okay, it goes like that. Okay, that's a weird little thing. All right, now I need E211, E21, and E23. Get Scorch out of Earthrise Trailbreaker. Hey, that works. I might have to make that. I have my computer a little far away from me, so I'm squinting and leaning over to read chat. For a second, I thought that you said something about knockout. God, oh man. God, Legacy knockout is just not right. Yeah, it's just Studio Series 86 Jazz and cosplay. Like I'm not like I like the Legacy Bulkhead. Legacy RC is okay, but not as the literal RC, literally the RC from Transformers Prime. Like it just doesn't work as that. They're putting in the effort to make accurate Override and Metroplex from Cybertron, and of course, the G1 characters are all accurate to their on-screen appearances. But if you're gonna market RC and Bulkhead and Knockout as their Prime incarnations, please. Why wouldn't you make figures that are accurate to their appearances in Prime? Knockout, I get, is going to be way too difficult. Well, I say, on a Generations budget. But holy crap! They could have just, honestly, if they wanted to make Prime RC and Bulkhead, they should have just re-released those figures. They should have just re-released the first editions of those. God, Transformers Prime first edition just it just was not around long enough. Like why can't we have nice things? Ah, shoot, I think I put the wrong. Yeah, this is the wrong part. Ah, crap. How am I going to get that out of there? I have created a boo-boo. Let me go grab a screwdriver. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I need number 18. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is the correct part. All right, and so where does this... Okay, so... Just trying to make sure that I don't lose track of this tiny thing. Figure out where she goes. Okay. Set her down like that. Now I need this one. Okay, and then C5, 22, and 23. Is this C? Yep, that's C. Ah, dang it. Ah. Honestly, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some RID. Get some 2001 RID and Armada and Energon figures in Legacy. Because I mean, if Cybertron better not hog all the anime accurate glory. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a new hot shot, and I mean an Armada hot shot in Legacy. Because I mean the Universe one tried its best, but it ain't the greatest. And to be fair, it is working from a pretty off character design. Really though, what we need is like an evergreen G1ified hot shot. And I'm not talking about the Gen Select. We do have the Gen Selects hot shots that came out. I mean, that's too specific. I still need to pick one of those up. Shadow Striker has a Decepticon Junkion. We are supposed to get an Armada Starscream. Hoo hoo. Oh, the doorbell just rang. Oh yeah, the Jam license plate. Ah. Oh man, if we do get a new if we do get a new hotshot figure anytime soon with an Earth-based alt mode, there better be a Jam license plate. And if not, we got toy hacks. Alright, so step 1, insert that. I did just hear the doorbell go off, so I might have to vacate this briefly to make sure that no one steals any boxes or anything. Ah, shoot, I did that upside down. Am I doing this right? Okay, here, hold on. Okay, there we go. That's the correct way it goes. This man, the annoying door-to-door salesman named Swindle. Alright. Would it be hilarious if it would be hilarious if Legacy decided to give us new animated figures. I mean I love animated, but like if those figures from animated just do not gel with any other collection, like that art style is so distinct. Like you can incorporate Prime figures into a G1 collection and whatnot. Heck, Thrilling 30 was a mishmash of art styles, kind of. Generations as a whole just mixes everything together, and I love it. Man, imagine if they did do new animated figures. I'd be reliving my childhood all over again. Which, I mean, I already kind of do that through Studio Series, but like animated? Oh, man. There it is. Okay, so I think... Okay, here we go. That's better. Alright, I will finish this, and then I will go... Alright, there we go. And I will return briefly. Yes, it is my new package with my new camera. Ah. EOS M50. Ah. Aha. Alright. Instruction manual, yes. Of course, the Japanese instructions are first. Alright. process over that later. Let's get back to the model, shall we? So where were we? Alright. Got the torso coming along nicely. And that... Okay, and... that shoulder goes... what? Why did they do this? Why did they do the shoulders like this? Okay, red circle. Okay, so I guess upper first and then lower. God. Why did they do the shoulders like this? This just does not work. Or am I doing something wrong? Nope. No, I have the part the correct way around. Come on. Come on. Come on. Animated Constructicons. Oh yeah, if only we had gotten figures of those. Like, come on, Hasbro. Like, bring animated back for a... Animated story isn't complete. You gotta bring it back for a 4th season. No, Hasbro just does not seem to like doing things more than 3 times over. And I get it if it's like a retail toy market thing, but like, you're not just doing, like, you can't just leave a show hanging off like that. Like, people would still buy the toys if they were on the shelves for a 4th year. And if the retailers aren't gonna accept that, that's their problem. Okay, finally, okay. Okay, finally got that shoulder in. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. No, I'm gonna admit that I did not... No, that I have no idea how I got this in. Oh, aha! Ah! Alright, that is done. Next step, need the shoulder blades and the, well, there's no kind of way of saying this, the robot boob. Need B3-1. Aha! B3-1. You know what I want? You know what I really want? A new Megatron who turns into a helicopter. Like, if not solely because, if not just so that my desire for the animated Megatron toy can be validated or something. Man, I saw the animated roll in that Optimus Prime from animated, the big one that would roll and transform halfway automatically as you rolled it. I had that as a kid, and I was so... I saw it in a vintage toy shop the other day. Same one where I got Rumble. and I was so tempted to get him. He was only $25 and he was complete, but oh man, I don't even have space for any Titan class figures. Where would I put that guy? And like, it just doesn't. Eventually, I will start collecting animated. Shoot, this was. Oh man, no, that would work. Eventually, I will start collecting animated again, and I probably will get that. C15. See, Crosshairs. Oh yeah, he did do that, and I freaking love that. That was, oh man. That got replaced with the Make Toys Despotron, or well, they have a couple of figures. Make Toys has a couple of Megatrons called Despotron, whichever the spiky original design is. He replaced it with that one in season 2, and honestly, think you should have stayed with the custom, because that's just way cooler and more original, and I think it looks way better than that Make Toys whatever Despotron. I like Make Toys. I'm still waiting on Make Toys to recover from whatever drama happened with that one company to make them basically fall off the face of the earth and only release Seekers and Striker Manus again over and over again. I'm still waiting on Galaxy Manus and Galaxy Despotron Make Toys. Man, whatever did happen? I've only heard of the drama that went down with that one third-party company that was making this Trijet Seeker and scammed everybody. And somehow that's the reason that Make Toys isn't making stuff right now. I guess Make Toys invested in them or something. But I just don't know, man. I don't know. I'm never in the loop on anything. I don't know about using the old. I don't know about using the old blackout for, well, anything really. Definitely gonna pick up a Studio Series 1 blackout if I can find one, because well, I made the foolish decision to miss out on him when he first came out. That back then that was all the way back in 2017, and I had still had other stuff to worry about. Oh yeah, Mech Ideas. I haven't heard anything from them lately. Although, to be fair, I don't really pay much to the attention to the third party scene anymore, because it's other than Mastermind Creations, everything in the third party scene these days is either Masterpiece or Legends. You get third part if it you get the occasional third party you get the occasional upgrade kit from like Dr. Wu or DNA Design or something. Okay, this is all. Next is all on the C plate. That's the F. Oh yeah, I wish I wish that more third-party companies would make stuff in the chug scale because a lot of their original designs are so cool, but it doesn't have a place in my collection. Oh, oh, this is the butt. Yeah, it's weird which fig. Actually, no, it's not weird that Studio Series Blackout is getting expensive now because, like, everyone does want a Blackout. Uh, yeah, it's a shame that Ratchet of all characters was an exclusive to like it was exclusive to a pharmacy. Like how I don't understand why Walgreens is has become one of Hasbro's choices for exclusives these days. Like why Walgreens of all places? At least I was able to pick up a Siege Ratchet. Miraculously, I found Blue Streak at Walgreens too. Like Walgreens, everything in their toy aisle is like $2 or $3 above what all of the $2 or $3 above what you could get it for at Target or Walmart or literally anywhere else. C14, C18, and like they my local Walgreens still has uh like waves 2 and 3 of like random figures from waves 2 and 3 of Kingdom, and none of them, no Walgreens that I have been to in the entirety of Kingdom's run. Oh, that's still F. None of the Walgreens in the entirety of Kingdom's run that I went to had Red Alert, which was supposed to be their exclusive for Kingdom. And I'm stunned. Really, I am. I'm not going to go out of my way to get a Kingdom Red Alert. Uh, Kingdom Red Alert is not high on the collection priority right now. Honestly, I'm gonna try. Honestly, I would put more focus into getting uh like War for like the Walmart War for Cybertron Decepticon Mirage, just so that just because I want to turn that thing into freaking into a shattered glass Mirage. Because Repro Labels released a set for that figure. Surprisingly, I'm surprised that uh, online retailers have actually the online retailers I've looked at have actually sold out of it, because I wouldn't think that anyone wanted that Decepticon Mirage. Uh, okay. God, the Walmart the Walmart War for Cybertron toy line is just as much of a train wreck as as the show on which it is allegedly based. Universe blades for $75. Oh man. All right, C9 1 19 20 and 4. One and then 4 20 19. All right. Toy Whiz. I have not heard of Toy Whiz. What, pray tell, is Toy Whiz? Come on. That can't be as far as it's supposed to go, right? No. That can't be as far as it goes. Yeah, okay. Slightly on there. Come on. Come on. God. There we are. God, that is tight. Whew. Okay. Now C, 16, 17, and 21. This is C. Alright. Here we go. Shoot. Ah! Mission 2 handheld game. Oh man, is that the friggin' Tiger Electronics game? God. God, friggin' Tiger. Those Tiger games, like, they just tried to do too much. God. They just tried to do too much for what they were. Okay, so... Okay, that goes like that. There we go. Okay, and step 1 is what? Okay, this goes... Well, did I put this on the right way, yeah? Am I doing this right? Okay, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Ah. Ah, shoot. There we go. That's better. Alright, and then step 2 is this armature goes... in there. Man, these are tight. Which is good for posing, but holy crap, for putting them together. Man. Japanese G1 Galatron for only $450. Okay, that is surprising. Then again, I did manage to pick up complete RID Ultra Magnus, the Robots in Disguise. The year 2. There's just too much use of the term Robots in Disguise. The year 2 Transformers Prime Ultra Magnus for less than a deluxe figure, like $20. And that was complete with the weapon. And it still works. I actually picked up a RC, an Earthrise RC with no backpack and no weapons for only $10, and that is the only time I have willingly spent money on that figure. And honestly, the articulation on it isn't... As just an action figure, it's not terrible. It's a terrible Transformer, but as an action figure by itself, it's okay. I intend to use Sam's Forge's or a conversion kit for it to make it into the Transformers versus Terminator RC. Because I freaking love that design, and I wish... Like, there's no way that Hasbro is ever going to make an Earth mode G1 RC. Given the direction they decided to take Transformers in, we are never getting a G1 style, or like a G1 style RC with an Earth mode. Any RC we get officially with an Earth mode is going to be movie or Prime. I guarantee it. Okay, am I missing something? What is that? Okay, E27. Okay, I did not cut that out. Where did my E2 go? Here it is. And here's number 7. Lucky number 7. Yeah, I'm still like if I, oh, that thing. That was like a Target. Yeah, that no, that was a Toys R Us exclusive with like a came with one of those tech spec decoders that you were supposed to use on the figure. Ah, I remember seeing that because I went to a Toys R Us occasionally that was near me before it shuttered. I regret not going to Toys R Us more. Ah, apparently that's the only place where you could get uh first edition Prime figures back in 2010 without having to import them. Ah, if only I had known about that back then. Ah. No, Hasbro is never going to reissue those. And that makes me a sad keeper of toast. All right, C13 and C6. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, we Demolisher. There's another character we need a new figure of. I mean, and I don't and they don't even need to change anything about about the character design. Just make it a just style it to be be accurate to the animation. Give it the same level of articulation as the rest of the as the rest of Legacy, which shouldn't be too hard. And there you go. And of course, they got to include the minicon. Did did the when they revealed Menace when they revealed shoot Metroplex when they revealed Legacy Metroplex, did they say whether or not it would include drill bit? Because the original toy came with that minicon, and he was in the minicon was in the show, so it would be a crime not to include drill bit. Although who knows? Maybe drill bit's gonna be his own release as a core class. Maybe they'll do more minicon 3-packs for core class. That would be an interesting inclusion, right? All right, now C2 and C3. Oh man, I'm glad I picked up my Titans Trigger Happy when I did then. Someone did mention Drillbit would be sold separately. Okay, okay. Well, already that's better than what they did with uh, Combiner Wars Armada Megatron because that guy didn't include. Now I love the Combiner Wars Megatron, but if you're gonna release it as Armada Megatron, you kind of have to include Leader One, or at the very least release him as his own thing, as like a Legends. Found Hey, Pepsi Prime. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, it is the trailer. Okay, yeah, I forget which of those came first. Was it the trailer or the big Pepsi bottle? Alright, now I'm almost done with the C plate. This thing says it is advised to glue C11 and C12 to the body, so I might actually... transfers... Oh yeah, Cloud Roadbuster is just impeccable, because, like, it... Well, like, Energon Ironhide was an annoying character, but I mean, they take they take a G1 Roadbuster and paint him up like Energon Ironhide. That's fun. Like, that looks good, and you can't deny Energon Ironhide at least had a decent character design. Where is my plastic cement? Alright. So it's almost 12 o'clock. I think once it hits 12 o'clock, we'll call it a day on this. Because I do have some other things that I need to attend to today. But this is definitely one that I want to come back and finish on stream at some point. Alright. And this here that I'm using is the Tamiya plastic cement. Wanted to get the extra... I would be using the super thin, but my local hobby shop is currently out of the super thin unless you want it to be quick setting, and I do not want that. So I'll just brush that on lightly and make sure I'm putting this on the right way. Haha. Alright, there we go. We now have 2 halves of a torso. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these together, because there's no reason specifically not to. Amazing how there's only, there's only 4 polycaps in this, period. Alright. That is looking impeccable. And you know what? We'll throw the head on too for good measure. There we go. Alright. I am really liking how this is coming together. Yeah, this is good. Now if we could only get a decent regular figure of her in Generations. the original Thrilling 30 Windblade is uh, not that great. The Titans one is slightly better, and I think personally I think offers a little more play value because it's sturdier and you get the headmaster gimmick. I went with the second. I went with the Legends version of the Takara version of the Titans one. Uh, because honestly uh, that's the best transforming Windblade we've gotten so far is the Titans. Uh, is the Takara Legends version of the Titans Windblade. Still wish they designed an original sword for that one instead of just reusing the one from the regular, using the one from the original, because that one don't fit. Well, I mean, it technically does fit in her hip, but you can't put it anywhere on her in her alt mode. Kinda dumb, Takara. Kinda dumb. Alright. Well, I think we can leave her as a torso for now, and we'll come back to this some other day. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Pokemon Legends Arceus stream Saturday, God willing. And got my new camera, so can't wait to start producing more regular content with that. I will expound my opinions on Legacy so far in a video that'll be that I can actually make now because I have that. And yeah, subscribe if you're new here. Be sure to leave a like. Share this around with your friends. And consider supporting me on Ko-Fi. Alright, well, my name is Keeper of Toast, and I will see y'all next time.